Hey, it's a Friday night and I have another recipe to share. Some of the ladies saw this posted on my Facebook and they really wanted to know how to recreate it. But this time we're going to be working a little bit backwards. I already had cooked some because I really wanted to show how tricky it might be when they come out of the oven. So I'm going to do a close-up of what I have already cooked, which is angel food cake with dulce de leche frosting and syrup. All right, so I'm going to move the camera here very, very close to one of the mini bundt cakes. And as you can see, it's already formed. But a diversion of making these is the difficulty of how to take it out of the mini bundt cake pan. So I'm going to just show you really quick. So these have been in the oven about 15 to 20 minutes on 350. And you could see that even though I greased up the pan very heavily, they are a challenge to get out of the bundt cake mold. So I'm just going ahead and putting a toothpick on the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and open up the middle and then pull it out. And there you go. All right, so let's do that again. And I used to watch my mom when I was little do this to little rice cakes, and she was so good at it. I saw her do it to leche flan too, and she was really good at it. And I knew one day I was going to be doing the same thing. There you go. So you just kind of take that toothpick, kind of force it down the side, kind of open up the middle, and it comes out nicely. And I'll do the last three here, and then I'll show you the recipe. These are coming out pretty good. So I brought these to a gathering last night, and the ladies just loved it. And they had never tasted anything like this before. So I have another recipe in the books that I can share and bring to parties, and it's something different. I'm always looking for something different to cook, something fun to bring to a party. And here's another one. All right, so let's go to the recipe. This is just plain old angel food cake, the stuff that you have seen on the shelf for the past I don't know, 30 years. I used to see this all the time, and a lot of my stuff is from scratch, but then you have to choose what is worth making from scratch and what is not. So I think this is worth not making from scratch because number one, it produces a lot of cake, and number two, it is very cheap. This box probably is just about $2 at Ralph's or the local store. So it's kind of like a DIY angel food cake, and you get to put anything on top. And you saw me take it out of the mold, and it's very, very simple. And you can make a big bundt cake. You could probably make one big bundt cake out of this powder. So that is the gist of the recipe. And all it says, all you will need to add to the batter is 1 1/3 cup water, and that's it. That's it. All right. So this is the star ingredient. It is Goya dulce de leche. I found this stuff at the local Cuban store right here next to where I live, and then they stopped selling it. Couldn't find it anymore. So what I did is I went on the internet and I bought it on eBay. I looked at the reviews, and this seller had like a 99.9% rave reviews. So I trust the seller. I trust the reviews. So I got 3 bottles for I think $20, and these bottles can last long. So that's an average of $7 a bottle, and it is 14 ounces. So it's pretty big. So here is my hand. It's pretty big. So on the internet is probably where you will find this. All right. So this is what makes the bundt cakes dulce de leche. You will also need, of course, we talked about the 1 1/3 cup water, but you will also need any kind of white frosting just to prime the bundt cakes, okay? So this is what I have done. I went ahead and mixed the powder, the batter, with the 1 1/3 cup water, and this is what it looks like. Kind of reminds me of a macaroon batter, and that will be another video, by the way, when I feel like doing it, because those things are challenging. But this is what it looks like. Kind of thick, kind of cloudy, and then if you pour it, it's not too runny. Okay, so the trick to making these bundt cakes is making sure you grease up the pan really, really well, or you will have super stick to the bundt cake, angel food cake. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grease it up really well. You have to work fast here because what happens is that the oil starts to sink to the bottom and it'll be useless. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and work fast. And the best way, the best measurement is an ice cream scoop for these. And I also use an ice cream scoop when I make cupcakes because it seems to be a perfect measurement each and every time. All right, it's going well here. Okay, so we have a few left. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and grease these up. Got 4 more. So we won't waste the batter. And this is what I'm going to do. I think this is what they call wrap. So I'm going to wrap this against the tray, against the table here. See how it fits in. And I just might need to add a little bit to each one, just to give it a little bit, make it a little bit more tall when they come out. I noticed the ones that I just pulled out right now were on the shorty side, but they still taste the same. It still does its job. So let's see if I just fill it just a little bit more, if I get some that are taller and fluffier. All right, so this tray is a 20 mini bundt cake tray, and I bought this at Bed Bath & Beyond. So with that amount of angel food cake, 1 pound, I got about 25 mini bundt cakes, to give you an idea of how much you have to make for your party. All right, so I have the oven on behind me. So you're gonna put this in a preheated oven at 350 for about 20 minutes, but keep checking, okay? All right, so I'm gonna reach over here, and these are the finished product that we pulled out earlier. It says working a little bit backwards, but yes, it is a challenge to take out of the cooking pan, but you can see if you just apply a little bit pressure to the edges and the middle, you'll be getting these little mini bundt cakes. Aren't they cute? All right, so this is what I'm gonna do to frost them. I said earlier that you can use any frosting. So what I did with this frosting is I actually put it in the microwave. A couple of friends told me, why don't you just put it in the microwave and just pour it over the top? And it's better than trying to use your gloved hand to, you know, spread it all over. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try that. So I'll show you how it works out. Okay, I'm just gonna put some napkins over here so it doesn't go all over the counter. Okay, I'm gonna bring one up to you. You can see it's super, super fluffy. You press it, it comes right back up. Right here, press it, comes right back up. These are so fun and delicious. Like I said, I brought it to a gathering last night, and the ladies who were not on a diet went ahead and tried one and they loved it. Okay, so this is just plain old cream cheese frosting. Melted a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this spoon, this fork, and just start frosting it. Just go ahead and just quickly kind of just pour it over the top here. And angel food cake is not traditionally really sweet, so this just adds some sweetness to it. Oh boy, I'm 10 minutes into the video, almost done here. Give me just a few more minutes. Okay, so as you can see, it is a very easy recipe. You just have to have patience a little bit when you take it out of the pan. But these are wonderful, wonderful mini appetizers for parties. Now, this is the product in question here, the Dulce de leche. I didn't stumble into this stuff until there was a Cuban restaurant that opened up down the street, and I was like, what is this stuff? It's not, it's the closest I can compare it to is a really thick caramel. And I love caramel for sure, especially sea salt and caramel desserts. So that's the best I can compare it to, but probably better because it's a little bit thicker. So the next thing I would do is so this is it right here. I warmed it up a little bit. Probably see how this works out. Yeah, it works out a little bit. I'll probably use a knife, that might work out better. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and frosting over the white frosting. I'm now frosting the cakes with a little bit of this Dulce de leche. I wouldn't say it's a frosting. Let's see what it actually describes it as. Milk caramel spread. Yummy. And I have some great ideas for more dulce de leche recipes. I just need some time and rest in between filming. There's some DIY dulce de leche cookies that I want to do, because over here at our Cuban restaurant, you get about 5 to 10 tiny cookies for $2, which you could make about 100 regular size cookies. I don't know, $10. You could make 100 of those caramel middle sandwich dulce de leche cookies for much cheaper. So I'm going to be showing that recipe eventually, but I just need friends to help me eat it all. So here I am. I'm almost finished here frosting the cakes with this dulce de leche milk spread, milk caramel spread. All right, so let me bring it up to you and show you the final product. Okay, so here you go. Mini bundt-tinis, angel food bundt-tinis with dulce de leche spread. Don't they look delicious? All right, so just to recap, all you really need is 1 package of Betty Crocker angel food cake mix, 1 1/3 cup water added to the mix, 1 bottle of dulce de leche milk caramel spread. Probably have to get it online. 1 bottle of cream cheese or white vanilla frosting to just frost it, and you have a lot left. Canola oil, and of course your mini bundt cake pan. And you can also probably make a regular sized bundt cake, and your friends and family will love that too. So I hope you enjoy the recipe. I hope you try it, and hit the subscribe button, Lady Shake and Bake, and let your friends know that I am uploading these videos on a daily to share these delicious recipes. Well, have a good weekend. Take care.